Hello everybody. Welcome to another stream. Today I am building the Sonic the Hedgehog set. Well, continuing to build the Sonic the Hedgehog set. And now it looks like everyone is showing up. Evan here will be adding some parts. So
yeah,
I dragged him over here.
I've been squatting it.
It
looks like I'm sitting.
Yeah, it's a very good.
Yeah, it actually looks pretty decent. Hello, Lucas. Hello, Funber Creations. Welcome to the stream. Paul will center up now, I suppose. And
yes. Are you not going to be returning?
I will be in and out, but I'm going to be behind the camera, adding parts over here at the computer. Soulflame, welcome to the stream. You're not late today. How are you? Yeah.
Hello, Unsorted Brick. Welcome
to the stream.
All right, so we are continuing this, not from last stream, but from the stream before. Last stream, I was adding a bunch of plates, and I did finish. If you watch the vlog, right? No, that will be in this week's vlog. I had a bunch of plates, and they're done. So, hooray! But today I'm continuing the Sonic the Hedgehog set. This is not a dimensions set. It's an ideas set. Yeah, it just came out. It's from came out on the 1st. So, yes, very excited to be continuing. And Minifig fell apart.
Speaking of Minifig, we got a question from Alex who says, "Is the Sonic Minifig better than the Dimensions sets?"
I do not have any of the Dimensions sets. I don't know anything about Dimensions other than that it exists. So can't say that. Although there is a Dimensions whatever the receiver thing is that has been floating around in a used bulk for some time, and I have not bothered to add it. Two.
There are two.
Okay,
yeah.
I got to add that pretty soon.
R Shark Productions, unfortunately, that is very sad. Says I got COVID. Sorry to hear that.
It's going around again.
Yeah, very strong right now. There's a lot of people that we know that have it or had it in the past few weeks.
Let's see. Bag 3. So I guess how is everyone doing? I am glad to see that viewership is picking up a little bit. We're at 15 now, 17. Okay, good. I was a little worried when we started there with 6, but here we are. Hello, Lucas. I don't think I said hello to you yet. Hello, Steve. Welcome. Let's see. Nickmas says they just got over COVID. Yeah, was it the more mild variant, or was it pretty bad? Yeah, that's what a lot of people have been saying, that they're not too symptomatic.
Lucas says I'm working on a puzzle. Very nice. Big Block 455. Welcome to the stream.
For those of you who are just showing up, Evan is currently off camera. That's why you can hear him. He is adding some parts over on the desk.
A Happy Brick Life, welcome to the stream as well, says Series 22 is going very fast here at the moment. Yeah, I've heard they seem to be pretty popular, and I saw Series 2, and I actually like it quite a bit. Or sorry, Series 22.
That was the one you showed me. Yeah.
Yeah, the other last stream, I think, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty cool. Or no, 2 streams ago, I guess now. They're pretty cool.
All right, so it looks like we are building the little archway here. So yeah, that's all. Funbear Creation says I'm halfway through building the Disney mini castle. I want the big castle. Evan, you're not a huge fan of that set, though, are you? I remember you saying that some time ago.
I mean, it's a cool set and all, but I grew up with Disneyland. So now I know Disney World has a more magnificent castle, but and that's the one that the set is based off of. But I personally was more of a fan of the
Disneyland
castle, even though it is smaller and less impressive. But that's the one I always knew as a kid. So Yeah, that's the only reason I'm not a huge fan of that set. Had it been the Disneyland castle, I probably would have purchased it.
What about the train? Why have you not got the train?
The train's cool. It's just so expensive.
Yeah.
And I really don't have somewhere to put it.
Is it more expensive than the castle? I'm pretty sure they're like both like $350.
I think it's similar in price. Either way, it's a lot.
Yeah. I really don't like how they have handled. There's so many plates that have got to go together, and it really bugs me when you have like multiple plates stacked on top of each other and they're not like perfectly aligned. Not my favorite design decision. I mean, I get why they did it because they needed to fill this little gap here, but yeah, it's very frustrating to try and get them to line up appropriately. Funberg Creation says, yeah, the big castle would be great, but I haven't got the room to display it, or a ton of other giant sets I would love to have and own. Yeah, I understand that. There's no room to display anything. Lucas says, what's your favorite kind of set? Same to you, Paul. My favorite set is the Sandcrawler. I've said that before. One day I will rebuild it on stream, but like favorite kind of set, I'm not sure. I really like the like big display sets. I've said that before as well. I'm not really a fan of the play sets. I just don't do that. But yeah, I don't really have a ton of room, so I don't actually buy that much Lego in comparison to what someone might think, seeing that I run a Lego store. But yeah, I don't really have that much out of the attic. I have a ton stored, but on display, not nearly as much. Funberg Creation says, I do have the roller coaster in the garage, but I won't build it till I move the house. Plus, I found giant sets work well as videos on my channel. We have never had the best luck with like a set reviews, have we? We've tried to do a couple very early on in the channel, and I remember that they, if I remember correctly, they did not do too well. Like,
I did the White House one.
And didn't we do the space station as well?
Yeah, we did. You're right. That was one of the very early on videos. That was a fun one to shoot. And that was like, we didn't even have 100 subscribers at that point.
Okay.
So that was really early on. But that was a cool video. And it was like a little bit stylized, and we spent the time to set it up and shoot it a little bit nicer and stuff. But other than that, I did a little review, I think, on the White House, which was also, that was summer of 2020. Since then, I don't think we've done
anything. No.
Any,
maybe we should.
Any set review type things. There's a lot of channels out there that do it. So, Funberg Creations also said they've never done set reviews, only speed builds. Interesting.
I mean, we could always just speed up the stream footage.
I did actually in that review.
Oh, okay.
That was as a time lapse thing. I got a question. What do you think about the Lego Indiana Jones theme?
Like, are there new sets?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay. You mean from a while ago? Yeah.
I'm a fan of those.
We both have quite a few. Evan, I think, actually has more. I was more of a Star Wars kid, but no, pretty cool. We were just on our Patreon chat. Was it a Patreon chat talking about Temple of Doom?
Yeah, that was last week.
Yeah.
I think.
And I think I have that set up in the attic.
We got a question, Evan and Paul, I guess. What is your favorite kind of shoe?
Shoe.
Very interesting. I probably am not wearing Nikes, but I would probably go with Nikes. But I also like Vans. But I would say on average I wear like a running style shoe more often.
I wear Brooks, which is, I guess, technically a running shoe.
I had never heard of Brooks until you. Not to say that.
They're, I guess, a high. Not that I run a lot, but at my previous job, I used to walk like an insane amount of steps every day, and so I needed some very high quality walking shoes, and Brooks was what my foot doctor recommended, or I don't know, something. And Yeah, that is what I still wear, even though I don't have that job anymore. They're just very comfortable and very well made, but they're also not super cheap.
We got Adidas Ultra Boost, is what Big Block 455 says. Yeah, I don't have a true preference in terms of like a specific line.
That's probably more of a Kyle question. I feel like Kyle
I think
would
Kyle
know
definitely
more.
has choices. I have a lot of shoes actually. I have like 12 to 14 different pairs of shoes.
So many. I have 2. One with paint and one without paint.
Painting shoes and regular shoes. Yeah, I have probably like 4 pairs of Vans. These are Kizik's. These are interesting.
I've never heard of that.
Yeah, it's like one of those smaller companies. But the cool thing about these is they have shoelaces, but they're intended to slip on and off, and they have some probably patented technology in the back that allows the back heel portion where your foot rests against to like squish down, but always pop back up. So you can squish that down, slide your foot in, and then it kind of pops back up. So yeah, these are cool. I like these. They're very easy to get on and off. I have at least
Sponsorship coming up.
I have at least 3 or 4 pairs of Nikes. I have, maybe more than that actually, because I also have Nikes that are not Nike running shoes. They're like Nike. I don't know. They're closer to kind of like Vans, like the traditional Vans.
I don't know. It's just aren't most of those shoes pretty flat-footed, and that's like not good for your feet. So I've just never. At least that's what I was told when I was little, is not to wear the like.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm not.
I don't know what that style is called.
Well, the Vans I think are called skate shoes, and yeah, they have a harder bottom and less flexible.
I was always told don't wear those. And I've never actually bothered to check whether it's true.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure either. I wear a variety that, but usually I will wear the Nikes, like the running kind of comfortable shoes, because I'm on my feet probably like 16 hours of the day. So we got a few chat things here that we missed. A happy BrickLink. I will get back to your question in a little bit. Cheers from Dublin. Thanks for building what I was definitely going to get until I saw the amount of stickers. Have you got to a sticker yet?
I have not gotten to a sticker yet.
Yeah.
But I mean, I gotta say, I'm actually kind of happy that these are going to be stickers and not putting 2 plates together, 1x1 plates, the entire build, because that would be absolutely awful.
Yeah, I got a lot of shoe talk now. Interesting.
Yeah, I don't
that's
know
a new
anything.
topic for us. That we hadn't talked about that before.
No.
Just Brick says I used to welcome, by the way. Just Brick says I used to run roughly 5,000, or roughly run a 5K 3 to 4 times a week in high school and in college. Very nice. So you were using some running shoes. Soul Flame says yes, the bottom has to be slightly curved. Very flat bottoms tire your feet quicker, and you can get cramps in the feet easier with long walks. Interesting. From Brick Creation says I wear Clark's, which is an Australian brand, I think, and Dr. Comfort runners, and in the shoe orthotics.
Yeah, those are like the gel inserts.
Oh, right. As well as from the podiatrist.
That is the foot doctor.
Podiatrist? I thought it was an orthopedic. Or is that just like a limb person? I don't know.
Podiatrist.
Podiatrist. That sounds right. Yeah, you're right. Interesting. Just Brick says I had cheap sneakers mostly. I have sneakers. Sorry. I have Skechers. I have cheap Skechers. I actually have a pair of Skechers, which I didn't realize they made like work shoes.
Are they light up?
No, they're like work shoes. So like they're like kind of like boots, but they're a leather. They're a thicker.
I think we
they're
should get
steel-toed. So I wear those, and it was very interesting when I went to go find shoes. I'm like, Skechers still make, but yeah. So I have Skechers.
We should get some on-brand light-up Skechers.
Do they make adult light-ups? Oh, they totally do. You know that's real. Ben says I love the look of the set, or I like the look, or yeah, I love the look of the set. Just Brick says I'd love to get some light-up adult sneakers. Yeah, that would be cool. All right, so I think we'll go back to a Happy Brick Life's question, and Paul, I'll let you start with it.
Oh no.
Which is, what is your view on not consolidating lots?
Do I want to give the company stance or the personal stance?
Personal stance. Personal stance. We won't talk about the company stance.
I don't think we should be consolidating lots. I think that it is a waste of, well, not necessarily a waste of time. I think that the disadvantages to consolidating lots outweigh the benefits. Not to say that there aren't any benefits to it, because I definitely do think there are. The primary one, of course, being that for the buyer, it is a much better experience. And so perhaps that is a reason to just do it in and of itself. But
sorry, are you saying to consolidate?
Yeah, to consolidate is a better experience for the buyer. That said, if you look at the stores that don't consolidate and how well they are doing versus the stores that don't consolidate. Wait. If you look at the difference between stores that do and don't, the stores that don't tend to do better. So, yeah, that is my. I think it's kind of a nuanced opinion. So.
Yeah. So my opinion differs, and it's really just because, in my mind, the buyer experience is relatively important, I think, and we've heard from a few of you guys and other buyers that as when buying something, or when buying lots or something in a store, you might see, for a store like us, if we were to just begin right now, you might have 2 lots that are the same piece, different quantity and stuff, but over time you might have 12, 30, 70 of the same piece in a different lot. And while technically, yeah, you know where it is in your inventory, for the buyer to see 70 lines or 12 lines of the same piece, it hinders their experience, I think, a little bit in terms of like a streamlined checkout process. Now, that is excluding wanted list stuff. Because if you're doing a wanted list purchase, it just goes and selects them all anyway. It doesn't really matter whether they're consolidated or separate lots. It knows you have 12 of these in your inventory. So Ben has a good thing here. Says, how about the idea of consolidating new but not used? And that's something we brought up today, Paul and I earlier, not in the stream, but just talking, that it probably makes sense to consolidate the new ones. Oh, David, welcome to the stream. Where it makes sense to consolidate all the new lots to keep those consistent and not mixing with pieces and stuff, and then don't consolidate the used. It looks like Just Bricks, that's what Just Bricks, or Ben at Just Bricks does over there.
I would like to answer a question here before it disappears too far. Someone said something about wondering why. So sorry, I can't find it again. But someone asked, why do the stores that don't consolidate do better? And it's because they are able to add way more pieces, close to double what stores that do consolidate are able to add, simply because they're not taking the time to consolidate. So that is why. You can continue now with whatever you were saying, Evan. I think you were saying something.
I'm sure I was saying something. I don't entirely remember what it was.
And I do agree. It is funny that David shows up right when we start talking about consolidating.
It is. Very interesting, David. He was probably here the whole time just waiting to make his appearance at the right time. Yeah, so Soulflame says, I personally find it very annoying to have to go through the list and encounter 3 or 4 times the same piece, often at a different price. Yeah, if I was a buyer, I really honestly don't buy much on BrickLink, but I would probably see that as a slight frustration as well. The biggest key here is we've noticed that, David, as one of the people, or Great Brick Lab, they do not consolidate. They just add more and more and more and more. And it's clearly working for them. So that's the reason we've had a lot of discussions in the past, I don't even know, just a few hours actually, but a very long time we've been discussing it. But in the past few days, or today almost specifically, lots of discussion on should we be consolidating or should we make that decision to not consolidate.
He says, I'm at 17,000 consolidated lots and up 45,000 parts in the last 5 days. Yeah, see, I mean, we couldn't match those numbers. We had a very, very good day a couple weeks ago or a couple days ago where we added, how much was it? Like 8,000 pieces or something?
It was just under 10,000, so it was 9,000 something. I don't remember what the number exactly was. But yeah, very good day. But those days don't happen super often, and part of it would possibly be the consolidation thing. Now, some people asked how our consolidation method works now, and that's something I'm going to have. The goal is this week for that video to come out on our current adding process, and I expect to get a lot of, I wouldn't say hate,
criticism,
but criticism for sure in the comment section of that video, which will come out on Thursday, about our process of how we add parts and how we put a separate consolidate file to the side until it kind of fills up and we feel like it's ready to be added. But I guarantee we'll have a decent amount of discussion in the comment section of that video and how it's a waste of time versus how some people think, oh, this is a phenomenal method for those who do consolidate, just because we found a smoother way to consolidate than just figuring out. Yeah. So we'll see that video come out, and we'll see what the response is on that in the next few days, which I'm curious on. Because I think everyone has an opinion on consolidating. I don't think anyone is, I mean, there's probably people floating in the middle wondering, but I think once you've made a decision, you kind of stick with it. But in terms of the business, I put my ego aside and my want to keep consolidating, and I threw out the concept that, maybe it actually is better for the business.
Took like a year, but yeah.
It did take a long time, yeah. But we'll see. We'll see. So Funbrick says, I also have found that I've had more sales since I stopped consolidating. Steve says, I think Brickstore has took a massive lump of the consolidation pain away. I do agree with that, and that's part of our process is we can easily mix and match Brickstore files and stuff together into one or away from. So yeah, we'll see. David says, I watched Moneyball the day before I stopped consolidating. There you go. There's some influence there. Rocky's Guy Brickstore, or Danny Jackson, says, I sell new and used, and I consolidate both. I have 261,000 parts and 12,634 lots in the space. That is about a third of most stores. We are very close, Rocky's Guy Brickstore and Just Brick in the Bucket, right next to each other. We're about 155,000 parts and 12,300 and something lots, I think. We just shot the end of the vlog, and I think that's where we were at, so we're very close to you. What exactly do you mean in the space that's about a third of most stores? Are you trying to say that you consolidate, you're able to save space? I guess that would be true if you're not cramming drawers or stacking a ton of lots in the drawer. I know David and Chris at the Great Brick Lab put a lot of pieces in the same drawer, and I think that actually gives them more flexibility or more space on the wall because they're putting 30 lots or whatever in one thing. David does bring up the point here, which is it's not necessarily the consolidating so much as the physical moving to larger locations when a lot gets overfilled. Yes, I agree with that, and that's part of the downside to consolidating is less the going down the aisle and putting the pieces in the drawer, and more the fact of when you have to pull the drawer off the wall because the lot is now too big to fit in that drawer, and then you find yourself reassigning that remark later on. So if it was in drawer, let's say 3957, I got these little 1x2 plates that are in blue with a bar on the side. If we had 100 of those that we were adding and we poured them in here, they now no longer fit. We have to pull it off the wall, reassign, and adjust that remark later. So definitely, I understand that concept for sure of unfortunately being stuck, where it's like it takes a lot more time and then it sits aside and then it's a process for sure.
Sorry, that was one of our catalogs.
Just Brick says the big issue with consolidating through Brickstore is if you upload multiple sets in the same day. If you add the same part and you change the remark once, Brickstore will keep the old remarks on them.
You can resync.
Just Bricks, if you're using Brick Freedom and you're using the Brick stock merge function of Brick Freedom, now you may be doing it entirely in Brickstore, and if you are, I don't entirely know how that works because I haven't used it that way. But if you're using Brick Freedom, the way we do it, anytime we upload parts, we then click the Sync Inventory button on the Brick Freedom homepage. That then refreshes everything So when you do the brick stock merge thing again, it'll give you a proper remark even if you've moved pieces around. But I do know what your problem is, where if you upload the same thing in the same day and you have the same part, it doesn't know the remarks. But if you're using Brick Freedom, refresh that or sync the inventory and then it'll figure it out. Rocky says, my store is in a room that is 6 by 10. Very nice. So you're working with 60 square feet and you have 261,000 pieces, 12,634 lots. That is very good management of space there.
Yeah.
Really, really good. We have a size, what are we in? It's like 360 to 380 square feet. Wow. So we have 6 times the space you have. Obviously, we use that for shipping and a table and all that stuff. So I assume you probably just have your storage in that room, but that is pretty amazing.
Picking must be kind of a nightmare, though.
I don't know. You just get to stand. At this point, you don't even have to move.
Yeah, but I mean, are you using acros and drawers? Because I cannot imagine fitting that amount of stuff in acros in that space. I just don't think the math works.
Depends how many lots are in a drawer.
Yeah.
And how many. Maybe they go. Maybe you go 5 high, all the way to the top. I don't know. Yeah, that's interesting. It'd be cool to see. I don't know if you're part of our Discord. I think you are. I'm pretty sure you are, actually. If you are, it'd be cool to see a picture of your storage room and send that if you could in like the general chat or something, or the BrickLink chat. It'd be awesome. Nicholas says, I can see not consolidating used parts because you're filling the drawer with different types. But new product, I would think consolidating would work better as you're using one section for each part. Yeah. Okay, so Danny says, I have drawers for new and shoe boxes for used. That kind of makes sense, how you're able to store. I posted some pictures in your Discord. Did you just post? If you didn't just post, then I'm going to miss it. Here, you can find it.
I don't see it in any of the chats right now.
Yeah, unfortunately, I haven't seen your room, Danny. But if you post it now or in the next few minutes and you just say, hey, we posted, I'll take a look at it. I'm curious to see. That'd be cool. Funberg Creation says, I also put a lot of pieces in the same drawer. I now have got about 3 or 4 64 acro unit drawers that I can use to add more lots. I've sorted all my new parts into about 2 full 64 drawer units.
First sticker.
Oh, Paul got to a sticker.
Yep, it's a corner piece, or sorry, a slope.
Danny says, I'll put some new ones up after I finish this upload. Cool. Steve says, my store features 6 by 12 with a door and a window in it. I'm scaled to get 15,000 lots and 250,000 parts before I max out. All right, so you can see yourself hitting about where Danny's at right now, and you do have a very similar, a similar size as Rocky's Guy Brick Store. And David, stream 50% consolidation debate, 50% fast food or not fast food debate.
Super chat for your vote.
There you go. Yeah, that's been a discussion in the past as well, David. And yeah, consolidation comes up all the time. I think very soon we will actually have a firm decision as to what we're doing. I feel like we're headed in a decision-making process. Of course, and the occasional philosophical discussion, just bricks, of course.
David West.
Although that has slowed down a little bit, I think. So
I have not heard about this. Carl says, what are your thoughts on parting out Connect sets and selling them on eBay since David West seems to be having so much success?
Is that something you do, David?
Yeah, I did not know about this.
That is cool. Just bricks, or sorry, Ben says, I'm hoping to get 70,000 parts, or 700,000 to 1 million parts in 130 to 140 square feet. So for those of you who are able to do stuff like that, and get that many pieces in such a small square footage, are you
sacrificing picking efficiency?
Maybe, or are you working out of a different location as opposed to also having space in that square footage? Because if we calculate the square footage of what we actually use as storage, it's a lot less than the 360 square feet we have in here.
Yeah.
Even if we calculate it in with the pick path area, then it's a lot. It's probably less than 200 square feet actually that's actually used for picking, which kind of makes a little bit more sense if that's where stuff's been using.
Try KFC wings next
West,
challenge chat.
Thank you for the super chat.
Thank you.
Not required, but thank you very much.
What about those KFC? They have plant-based chicken now.
Isn't that what the? Oh, that's not what the Beyond is. Isn't Beyond all plant-based?
Yeah.
Chicken.
But try Beyond. I didn't. My brain just skipped the word Beyond there.
Yeah. Okay. So maybe that's what we'll do for the next challenge chat. Is we can try chicken, quote unquote chicken. Yeah. Maybe that's a good idea. Try Beyond KFC wings next challenge chat. We might have to do that. Good idea. So, yeah.
All right. He says he posted a couple pictures. Let's take a look here.
Yeah, I think we'll do another challenge chat probably in February.
Oh, wow. That's pretty...
Oh, I have seen this before. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, you have posted this. I've seen it. I think I had a discussion with you, actually. I feel like in Discord.
I feel like that would be kind of slow. So you got to pull it out and then...
Yeah, I don't know. Very nice.
Get some Sweet Lightning Mountain Dew. We have gotten that.
You were going to say
KFC
Lightning
before.
McQueen.
Yeah, I was.
Get some Sweet Lightning Mountain Dew. Okay.
I will not. I don't know, maybe. But I was very disappointed.
Steve says, I'm in the spare bedroom. I have one wall that's new, one wall that's used, one wall that's minifigs and accessories, and the remaining wall is a desk and a window. Okay. Interesting. And you think, how many did you say you thought you could get? 15,250. Okay. Gotcha. Okay, so you do still work out of that room. That is nice. Danny says, my cart fits in the door and I can put 300 lots. Sorry, I can pull 300 lots in a 1.5 hour period. Yeah, we're able to do about, at least what I was calculating, depending on piece count, but about 200 lots in an hour. So you're actually no different than us. Steve, thank you so much for the super chat. £5 says, do David West's KFC challenge chat without using your hands. I don't know.
I think I could do that. I think I could do that.
You think so? Okay.
Yeah. Am I allowed to open the sauce container with my hand? Right? Like remove the lid piece.
Well, no, actually, it'd be very entertaining if you couldn't. Okay. We could think about that, Steve. We could talk about something like that. That's not a bad idea. Yeah. So, you know what we need? So, I keep just going out of the camera, but something Paul and I had talked about is it makes sense that the super chats go towards something specific to YouTube, which in this case, yeah, we have some of those, remember? In dark orange, though. Huh. Some of those, though, or the super chat should go towards challenge chat. Super chat, challenge chat. Hey. So that's what this is going to go to now, is what we've decided. I don't think we've actually announced it, but as we get challenge chat, as we get super chats that slowly come in and stuff, or in today's case, I don't know, $16-ish or whatever that ends up being.
It'll go
towards a challenge chat fund, and then as we get enough, we're going to do a challenge chat. Now, David has picked the next challenge chat. Doug. Really not required.
Thank you, Doug. Thank you very much.
Very nice. Well, you'll have a healthier KFC experience. It'll be...
I don't know if Beyond might be less healthy.
I think there's some trade-offs in terms of what it's... But yeah, all the super chats for the 3 we now have, thank you everyone, are going to go towards the challenge chat, which it looks like we're getting close now.
Yeah.
So that'll be, I don't know about next weekend, but probably the weekend after. we'll do a challenge chat, which will be pretty fun. And it's going to be KFC Beyond. Now, I personally have never been a fan of Beyond.
Well, have you tried the fake? Have you tried the chicken?
No,
I've never tried
to
chicken.
my knowledge, I haven't had Beyond Chicken. Though I did, there is this fast food restaurant near us that is called
Plant whatever, Plant Power, or whatever,
I think.
something
Yeah,
like
and
that. I've never been
I
there.
went and I got a breakfast sandwich, which was a chicken and waffles breakfast sandwich, and it was waffles as the outside and then chicken on the inside. But I was unaware until I got in the drive-through line that this was purely Plant
It's called
Power.
Plant Power.
Is it called Plant Power?
Yes. It has like vegan written in huge letters on top of it.
I don't know what I was thinking, but I didn't quite realize. Now, the chicken was surprising. It was like a chicken breast, like in terms of texture, how it was kind of stringy. It tasted totally great. I don't know if it was Beyond.
And
I'm
my
not
guess
sure what
is
the
that a
chicken
lot
was.
of the like niche places probably have like their own.
Yeah, I'm not
kind
sure,
of
but it was
thing.
actually good. The waffle I was not a fan of. The vegan waffles, for me, it was just not
vegan
great.
bread objects tend to not be.
Yeah, I think it
my
was
opinion, the
it was
best.
also gluten free. The waffles and it was everything free. So the chicken was actually good in terms of like it felt and tasted like chicken. The waffles weren't great, but I'm curious what KFC's is. But we're gonna do it. David says, curious what cut YouTube takes. You can also drop me a PayPal.me link to support. That is true as well. I don't know what YouTube takes. I know revenue they take ad revenue they take like 30% or something. I don't know about
Super chat.
super chats. I'm not sure what that is. I don't know actually. David says Beyond isn't necessarily healthier for people. Maybe for the chickens though. Yes, of course. Yeah, I would prefer. Like, I have no problem eating vegetarian meals or anything, but I'm not a fan of eating the meals that are, a hamburger that's vegetarian or vegan or whatever versus like a veggie burger. I think those are totally different in my mind. I'm not a huge fan of the Beyond. Impossible, I have found to be okay. I've only had it a couple, maybe 3 times. I had Beyond Beef once, I think. Didn't like it.
I don't know. I would rate the Beyond as being higher quality than your average cheap fast food burger. But I would not rate it as being higher than like a higher end fast food burger.
Vegetarian fast food is still as healthy as fast food, says David. Yeah.
Yeah.
But like I don't mind eating a meal that doesn't have animal product or animal, like meat or whatever. And that's totally fine with me. I just am not a fan of like going as far as replacing an animal product like a piece of chicken or something with something else. That's where it kind of, for me, it's like, I'm not a huge fan. David says Beyond grounds in spaghetti or pasta sauce is pretty great. That actually makes sense because it's kind of ground up. It's not, just on its own. I think that was maybe why I didn't like the Beyond Burger, is because it's like the meat is so on its own where you taste it. But I had the Impossible Burger, though, I was a fan of. That is the first time I had any meat that was not real. This was probably 2018 or 2019 at Disneyland at the California Adventure Food and Wine Festival. They had a little avocado burger that was impossible. And I tried it, and it was so surprising. But yeah, I'm not entirely sure.
I don't know. I just eat whatever tastes good. If the fake stuff ends up tasting better, then I'll eat the fake stuff. If the real stuff ends up tasting better, then I'll eat the real stuff.
Soulflame says, last time I went to a fast food place was 25 years ago. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
That's pretty impressive. Soulflame says, wow, 30% is a lot. Yeah, 30% is a lot. Yeah, so it's weird in terms of like the revenue, because technically, the ad revenue, because like, I almost...
You got to be careful. I don't know what it is. You're not allowed to disclose certain things about how the YouTube ad revenue thing works.
I don't think that's true anymore. I've seen a lot of channels where they tell you, and they show you the page on how much they earn.
Huh, okay.
So like,
because
and
I
it's
know
more
for a long
recent.
time it used to be a thing where
couldn't
you
talk
couldn't.
about that. Yeah, I don't know what the case is anymore. 30% is a lot, but in terms of ad revenue, to me that makes perfect sense that they take percentage of that. If they take 30% of super chats, that in my opinion is a little wrong. But if it's 30% of ad revenue, as a platform that they have to be on, I think that's fair, because they're the ones supplying the advertisers and everything. I'm not 100% sure that even 30% is the right number, but I think it's somewhere around there.
It could also vary by niche. Although
I
that's
think-
more
I
the
think
CRT.
It's, I think it's cost,
Yeah.
or it's, yeah, constant. Icklebrick says, it was 25 minutes ago since I had fast food. There you go. 25 years, 25 minutes.
It's a better number.
AX10 says, good evening, gentlemen. Good evening, or good afternoon from where we are. How are you today? Just Brick says, I had Chick-fil-A about 2 hours ago. I think that's what CFA is. Chick-fil-A?
Probably.
Probably, yeah.
You're not adding too fast.
I am not. I'm just reading chat.
And here I am working on getting my build. Very, very close to completing this bag 3.
But you're not growing the store at all.
I am not growing the store at all.
So technically, I'm being more productive than you.
I suppose that is true.
Yeah.
Well, you know, if my beautiful face wasn't here, then Doug would not have given us a super chat. So
Is that what it is? I think.
yeah, I'm directly contributing to
Yes, that's true.
to the company's income. See, Brick Outside the Box says, it's been 10 years since I've eaten fast food. I have celiac, so there isn't much on a fast food menu that's safe for me to eat. Yeah, that's pretty rough. That would suck. JB says pre-blessed food.
Yes, I like the Chick-fil-A references we got going on here. This is fun.
I am not actually a fan of Chick-fil-A. Gotta say that. People keep telling me it's so good, but I have always found it to be very soggy. So, yeah, not the biggest fan.
Okay, Paul. So this one BSX is decent value so far. We're at $42.
I told you.
That's 6 month sales average, 42. So, yeah, good start with the miscellaneous category.
Yeah, I don't... No, they will see it tomorrow, or Monday when the vlog comes out. But I have started going through all the stuff that the catalogers don't know what to do with.
No, just the sorters.
Sorry, the sorters don't know what to do with. And so it's kind of just become its own category. And there's a lot of, I don't know, there's like a good, like, you know those big black bins we use? There's like a good, I don't know, 2 to 3 inches of Bionicle in the bottom of one. And that's gonna be really good. I don't know why the Bionicle hasn't ended up in Technic, but considering that I don't get commission, it's way cheaper for me to do the Bionicle, and that would be a pretty hefty category to pay out. So,
yeah, David says I have a total miscellaneous. I'm not sure if I can get anyone to sort it. I think the miscellaneous is good for Paul to do because of the value of it.
yeah.
Plus, just the size of it, like the
It
value
took
is
up
a
2
lot.
whole. You guys will see in the upcoming vlog, but it took up 2 whole tables plus like 3 black bins, and yeah, it was. I mean, it's you can. I guess I can. Do I
Yeah,
do
just
I
leave
no?
it.
But there's
You'll see it on Monday.
a pile of stuff, and yeah, it's so much.
Chick-fil-A sauce is where it's at. Here's the thing. I enjoy Chick-fil-A. I honestly haven't had it since probably, it's been at least July, I think would have been the last time I had it. I have it summer is what I'd say, just for work that I do at one location that happens to be close to a Chick-fil-A, and that's about it. Chick-fil-A and In-N-Out, those are the only 2 next to each other, and that's where we get food
Is
from.
it going to be remote this year?
No, it'll be real. It was real last year too, or in person.
Right, right. I remember the first he like teaches like a class, and
Yes,
the first year, or 2 years ago, whatever, he took the entire store, and and just for summer there was basically just no store. And
that's
it was
not
very
actually
frustrating.
true, but in 2020, summer of 2020, because of COVID and everything going on, we did the workshop virtually. And so, you know, the place I had a space was in the store. You could still go down the aisle and everything.
I guess so. I guess we did only we only had.
I mean, the store didn't close, but that is also during the few weeks where it was also kind of set up for the stream, our 1,000 subscriber stream. So there were a few things there that, you know, it was multi-purpose, I guess is what I'm trying to say. But yeah, I haven't had Chick-fil-A in a while. I'm not a huge fan of Chick-fil-A sauce. I love their sriracha, spicy sriracha one. That's great.
I don't know.
But yeah, I guess I'm not a huge fan of Chick-fil-A
I am a
either.
Popeyes
I like it.
person, so.
I don't mind that it's not super crispy. I actually love the flavor of the breading. I don't know, though. Maybe we need to do, at some point, as a challenge chat, we'll do like a taste test of like multiple fast food. Because we've done a lot of chicken at this point.
Yeah, it's going to be an expensive one.
Yeah, but we could get there eventually.
Yeah.
Next, we have to do the Beyond KFC.
Yeah.
That's what's coming next for David. And we'll try to do it without. I'll let you do it without your hands.
Just me?
Just you, yeah. Soulflame says Bionicle can be tricky, but the value of some of those parts make it more than worth it. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I don't know why. Sometimes Bionicle goes into the miscellaneous category, and sometimes it goes into the Technic. And so I did a pretty good amount of Bionicle in the Technic, and also in the Minifig parts category. It just seems to go everywhere. But yeah.
You should add this to the Bionicle category that you have.
Yeah.
I'll just toss it over there.
But yeah, the Technic category is going to be awesome. Soulflame, he doesn't do new parts anymore. I didn't occur to me that might not have
interesting
literal a literal translation in other or an equivocant phrase in other languages, because like it seems to make sense, like swearing off.
It's just, it must be a phrase that we have that's not out there.
Because swear doesn't just mean to say curse words. It also means to like promise loyalty or make a vow, right? Make a promise. And so swearing off would mean I'm not going to do it anymore. Huh. I don't know. Interesting.
Yeah, so Just Brick says I have like 300 pounds of bulk to sort and upload. Let me pull up. We have a spreadsheet that monitors what is it? Used inventory? Yeah. That keeps track of our used inventory. So currently in unsorted alone, we have 250 pounds that are either in storage or a little bit that's in the garage here that's unsorted. And then sorted, that is just not yet cataloged, we're looking at 12 times 20-ish. 12 times 20, 240 plus this, 260, 280 that is sorted that just needs to be cataloged, and then cataloged that needs to be added, just about 20 pounds, and then if you count miscellaneous, we're talking another 40 pounds that's just not yet cataloged. So in total, we have, 250 plus, we're pretty close to 600 pounds worth of pieces that are just not yet processed and in the store, which is kind of insane, actually.
Yeah.
It's almost bad.
We're done buying bulk for a bit, because we just have so much. I got to break it to our supplier, though. Yeah, we're taking a long break.
Yeah, crazy thing. Chris bought 13,000 pounds last year. This is crazy.
That's too much.
Yeah, when you're talking 6.5 tons of Lego, I mean that just sounds ridiculous. For anyone here who has not yet found the David West channel, or has not gone to David West's channel,
don't help our competitors out.
He has a really cool little podcast. It's called the Part Out Podcast, or POP, and he's done 3 episodes so far with Nikki.
He's literally competitor. Part Out Party, POP.
Yeah, Part Out Podcast, Part Out Party.
David, we're gonna sue you
seriously,
hard.
Go check out David's channel and watch those things. Very cool. So far, he's had 2 guests. Zach from Bricks in Sweden, who runs the unofficial BrickLink server on Discord, and then also Chris from Great Brick Lab he had on, that I think came out yesterday or 2 days ago, maybe now. Yeah, shout out for Nikki. David West, you don't know who that is? Yeah, David West is someone. Just Brick says, I'm on next week's episode, so you guys can see Just Brick's Brick Kiln next week's episode. Yeah, but go check out David West. He just hit 400 subscribers. Let's see if he can get up a little bit. Very cool, though. Soulflame says, my biggest buy was 108 kilograms. Suddenly, that feels so small. Yeah. No, Brick Rehab says I'm joking. Of course, I knew you were joking. Yeah. David West was a forward in the NBA, according to Jesse. I think we may be talking about different Davids, unless David has a side that he doesn't know about, or he doesn't share with others. David says, how much do I owe you for the next tier of shout-outs? I don't know. We'll talk. Doug says, yeah, GBL probably has more bulk than I do. Doug, you have a lot, though, as well. Like, a lot. Yeah, crazy. Considering that you haven't even started selling, that's what's crazy about it, I guess, is that you're just stocking up in this beginning. I mean, I'm not going to lie, I'm a little nervous in terms of your ability to outperform everyone just based on the stock you have.
I'm a little worried about you just listing all of that bulk at the $12 a pound on eBay, and just this was all just a ruse.
Yeah. No. But yeah, you have. I guess I'm not too afraid because we have a little bit of a head start. But if you do it right, I could see you being, the size of Great Brick Lab very quickly, depending how much help you have and stuff. But yeah, very cool. Brick Outside. Hold on. Brick Outside the Box says, combine the bulk with your new sets. I think Doug has more. Probably. Doug has a crazy amount of new as well, which is really cool. It's so exciting to just watch you do, like, just to go through the room and have all the sets on the like, it's so cool. Brick Rehab says it's been harder to find bulk nowadays. People are onto us, and the price has gone up. All right, Paul, you can now show off.
I was about to just give up and start.
You have to show.
I have finished bag 4. So it was this piece. I cannot take it apart. Oh, there we go. It was this piece here, which is like the circle that he runs around. Very cool. The stickers actually, if you don't look super detailed, they kind of just blend in, which is nice. And I'd way rather do the stickers than have to do all of these in units of 2. Also, I like how they have this they're using these staggered what do you call these, cut pieces to do the variation in terrain. It's very nice, and I can't see chat. There we go.
My bad.
Yeah, I don't know if it's really that much harder to find bulk. I feel like it's just moved off of the online services. There's still just so much in terms of local. At least it seems like that's where most people have the best luck in sourcing.
Yeah, I would say I don't think people are on to, as you say, us in terms of the BrickLink world. I think it's more just, yeah, I think there is more publicity around BrickLink as a potential source or whatever, but I wouldn't say that additional YouTube videos or whatever has caused those who are selling Lego on marketplaces just to raise the prices. I think there's a lot of things about raising prices kind of on everything recently, and maybe there are more people in our, what I guess we could call our little industry now,
yeah,
where, those lots that are very affordable, because there are more people looking for it, and because of COVID, people were doing more things at home, that Lego's just more in demand, so those smaller or lower priced lots just go a lot quicker, and so it may look like there's less. But who knows? David just says, I had a dream that Lego announced that they went bankrupt and the company went under. Used was going for $45 a pound. Very nice. Oh. In that case, Chris is set.
Yeah.
What is that? 45 times 13,000? That's a decent amount. Yeah, that's over $500,000 worth of it, just selling it as bulk. Yeah, David said maybe a little bit more of a nightmare. In theory, if you're going $45 a pound, though, you would then, the prices on BrickLink should, in theory,
Go
increase accordingly to the
assuming
rates
you
on.
wake up in time to change your prices before you get bought out.
That is true, yeah. Yeah, Soulflame says, if Lego goes under, we will all become millionaires. For a period of time, yes, but it would shut down the businesses, most likely. So, potentially a millionaire for a short period, but not a long-lasting business. Unless you can figure out how to continue supplying. In which case, then, yes, you could, long-term, you could find a good solution to that. But the market will shrink. I mean, it outpriced so many people and stuff. So
most Lego re-enter. I don't think a ton of Lego disappears. I mean, obviously there's a loss in terms of like parts that get dirty and bent, but I think there's a lot of
yeah, I would say the majority of the Lego that's been
the market,
built or created or manufactured is still out there. Yeah, I agree with that.
It'd probably be a lot more like toilet paper at the start of Corona, where where it just goes up for a short period of time. That's when you make your money, and then it'll go back down after that.
Unless someone buys the patent, and then you have Lego, kind of like, yeah, actually that I would say is a very realistic thing.
Well, I mean, Lego's not going to go bankrupt. That's not realistic, but yes.
that is true as well. We're not looking at Lego going bankrupt anytime soon. I don't think, unless they're
hiding something pretty major.
Yeah.
Lego, a division of Mega Bloks. God, that'd be awful. Could you imagine if they start printing Mega Bloks with the Lego logo on them?
Funbrit Korean says, if I had the room, I would also buy some sets as an investment. I found a lot more people have started holding on to sealed sets just as an investment opportunity. Yeah, I don't know if the market has really grown for that, but I have also seen a lot more.
It's been popularized by the news.
A little bit more, yeah.
But I don't think that has actually affected... I don't know. It's just not our market. Evan and I's opinion is that it's kind of a completely different business.
Yeah, it's kind of... I would say, like... You could grow horizontally, or you could grow vertically in the same, with what you're doing. I still wouldn't say it's a vertical growth. It's still in the same line of work. It's the same product technically, but you're removing manufacturing, which is essentially parting out, and then you are, I would actually argue, in probably investing more money or spending more money on the storage costs of it. But who knows? Soulflame says sealed sets appreciate less than other investments do. Yeah, depending on the set. Some of the sets I would say if you can double your money in a year, then it was probably worth it, because I would say you're very unlikely to find other returns, other low-risk returns, because the likelihood of you buying a Lego set and it not increasing in value after it retires is pretty low. It may not increase 2, 3, 4-fold or whatever, but you're probably not going to lose 50% of your investment after a year. So I would say Lego is probably a relatively safe investment as long as you're able to store it properly.
We're not financial people, though.
Don't listen to this. Yeah, we're not. Yeah, I think sealed sets, let's say you buy the roller coaster, which I don't know if it retired. I don't know if it's going to retire, but you buy it for $250 or whatever the price is. I don't remember, $350 maybe. Then you hold that for a year, and it retires within that year, and now you can sell it for $600, $700, you double your money. Then I think at that point, totally it was worth the investment, because you're not going to have a 100% return on most things like that in a very short period of time. And if you do that on a larger scale, where you're buying, you spend $10,000 in inventory, and within 12 months you turn that into $20,000, and you reinvest it all in stuff, you could make a business out of it. And like BrickBucks, that's another YouTube channel, and they do have a business out of that, out of the Lego investing. But I do feel that, right now we're in this little gap of what we're trying to do, and I don't think we need to expand what we're doing. We need to get this right first. By this, I don't mean building. By this, I mean this. And once we get the store, with pieces properly done, and where that's making money and like self-sustaining, and not that it's not self-sustaining, I guess, but once that's, actually profitable, where we can take additional cuts of that and stuff, we could then venture out into other horizontal aspects of the business, like investing in other sets. But who knows? Doug says, yeah, sealed sets saving is something I've been considering as I've been buying regularly for 2.5 years for part out, but some of the sets may have increased in value, so I may not part it out at all now. Yeah, that is very, very true as well, since you've been sitting on it anyway. It might just be a quicker turnaround and less labor and more profit if you just sell it. David does say, I do fear BrickLink problems, though, with Lego owning the site. Talks of them buying used bricks. They hire out 20 people and can have a GBL level store in 6 months. Yeah, I mean, if Lego went along the lines of like doing a, and there's that little merger between, I think it's called, not Bricks and Minifigs, Pick a Brick and Bricks and Pieces. There's that little merger there that should lower that time. The pieces are all new. They're going to be a lot more expensive just because it's coming directly from Lego, but now people aren't necessarily waiting 3 or 4 weeks to if you're in the US, for things to come from Europe. So yeah, Lego could definitely easily invest some money into a store that would have a positive return, and they could have that loss for 2 or 3 years, invest $500,000, $1 million into something or whatever.
But it's also probably less work to just allow BrickLink to continue generating money, because they take a cut of everything.
The version 2, like what was it called? BrickLink XP. So Lego, I think, had more of a concept of what they're pushing things, and once they got all of the feedback, I think, on BrickLink XP, Lego as the company, as the the umbrella company looking at them, said, okay, maybe this isn't right. We need to think about this a little bit. So I don't think it's that they're not working on it, or not working on things and not investing money. It's just maybe not as big or as expected as we would have thought when Lego purchased it. Though they did say, hey, there's not going to be no fees, nothing's going to change, So obviously a few things changed in terms of non-selling Lego. It did put a couple people out of business on the BrickLink platform, but I kind of think it makes sense. Hello, Sai. Welcome. How are you? Yeah, so there's a few things that I think...
Also, why would they limit themselves to a BrickLink store instead of simply shuttering BrickLink and opening, a LegoBricks.com or, bricks.lego.com? There doesn't seem to be any... If they actually wanted to sell bulk...
It would just be a matter of they already have the user base on BrickLink. So, but yeah, I mean, hopefully they're not thinking of something like that, because that would...
I mean, I can't imagine
doubt it.
why. Because
I don't think it makes sense.
It's just so much easier and so much cheaper, probably, to just allow BrickLink to exist and continue collecting money off of it, because they are, strengthening their own brand at the same time.
Well, the important thing is they got all the information that they wanted. Yeah. They wanted all the things like, what are the popular pieces people are buying? Who are all these customers? What is the age majority? Like, that's what they really want. So that kind of makes sense. David says they likely make so much in fees. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure they make a decent amount of money in fees, but you do have to keep in mind the operating costs, and in addition to that, they purchased it for X amount of money. I don't remember exactly what it was. Domino's just gave me a notification, and it has the pizza tracker logo on it. So I was like, did I order a pizza? Yeah, BrickLink has a good amount of revenue. I don't know how much of it's truly profit once they take into account the purchase of the site, as well as additional things like security, and like I'm sure there's some stuff they changed on the back end, and there is a team at BrickLink that does reply to emails and stuff. So there are expenses. Soulflame says, I don't think Lego disclosed what price they paid for BrickLink. I thought it was like a 4 number. But maybe not.
I can't imagine when you look at other websites that exist that do basically the same thing that BrickLink does, right? You got to think how much better those sites are, right? So those would presumably have a higher cost and are profitable. So BrickLink, with its very slow customer service, not super great UI, very few features, would probably not cost, nearly as much money. And so I expect there's a pretty good,
I mean, I did the calculations at some point. I don't remember what it is now, but I was able to figure out how much money worth of Lego, based on a few stores who publicize their numbers in terms of like on YouTube and stuff. So I was only able to get a small sample size, but figured out how much they make or how much they sell per month, and then I try to figure out, over the course of this month there were this many orders, and if we're assuming the order size is on average whatever size I figured out based on that number, and again I don't remember these numbers, but there's a lot of money that goes through BrickLink, and if BrickLink's taking 3% of the brick sales, which obviously isn't the whole amount of money, they're making a lot of money on fees. David says, how many W-2 employees are LEGO paying for BrickLink? I think BrickLink, maybe I'm incorrect on this, I thought there were like 30 people at the company. I don't remember where I got that from, but I feel like there was like 30 or 30-something people that work at BrickLink. Now, you got to remember, BrickLink, in addition to the website side of it, they also have, all the designer program things and stuff. So there's a lot of things that are done outside of just the site itself. And yeah, I thought there were like 30-something people. Maybe I'm incorrect on that. Brick Outside the Box says there's a crazy amount of money going through BrickLink. Stud.io, there's another one, Studio. Yeah, so there are people who are working on things, and we do get email back. David says, is Studio monetized? Not to my knowledge. It's free download and stuff, but it keeps you on the BrickLink platform, and it's a resource they provide that then users of that can easily go make a wanted list on BrickLink, which in theory turns into 3% of sales.
I saw something on the news. I didn't actually click on it, but that whatever the designing software that LEGO offers independently is shuttering, and they're migrating everything to stud.io.
Oh, that was a very long time ago.
Okay.
That was.
I only saw it like 2 weeks ago.
No. That was LEGO Digital Designer, I think. And I'm pretty sure that shut down a while ago once. Or maybe that was when BrickLink bought LEGO. Or sorry, other way around.
Because I saw something just recently.
Yeah, maybe, I don't know. Unless LEGO is now designing in Studio instead of using their own corporate type thing, but as far as I know, that was never for sale or available to the public. I'd be surprised if that was the case, though. Do2 says, Beyond the Brick did a tour of the BrickLink offices a few years ago, and they said they were fulfilling the first design. I do remember seeing that, and that was a large warehouse and stuff. I don't remember if... Brick Outside the Box says I saw it a couple weeks ago as well. So maybe... Yeah, if you could find that, or I could look it up, I guess. I don't know. David says, that's it. My store's for sale, and I'm putting all my money into internet photos of apes. That's a whole different discussion. Yeah. Okay. Nick Miss says they stopped using it, but they're pulling the program download. Okay, so you can't even download LEGO Digital Designer anymore. That's interesting. Yeah, I haven't used LDD in a while. I did a few years ago, or I guess quite a few years ago now. But once I found a studio, not that I've been really doing much.
Yeah, what have you designed?
Nothing. I built a train. Actually, very cool. It's the Alaskan Railroad engine. I haven't built any cars yet. It's a diesel engine. I think it looks really cool, and I want to build it, but it's not on the list of priorities at the moment. Funberg Chris says, yes, the roller coaster's retired. I half want to resell it for more, but as I got it as a gift, yeah, I will build it, and that will be a fun to upload. The speed build, if I bought it myself, I would maybe sell it. Do2 Brick says that is that tour video. I don't remember what I just said.
You were talking about the tour video of BrickLink?
Yeah, but did I say... Maybe I mentioned a large warehouse. I think maybe that's what you're referencing. That is that tour video. David is advertising for us. Order parts from Just Brick in the Bucket.
I think he's talking about you for your train.
Oh, I think that is what you're talking about. That makes much more sense. Yeah, I could. I just need I need to go make the thing, but I want to do 2 engines, one front facing, one back facing, and then I wanted to do a few cars. I can't remember if I.
The link sometimes. Yeah, you can't send
links. As
links.
A user, you can't send links.
You have to drop it in Discord.
Yeah, if you put it in Discord, Doug, or I could go find it, I guess, and paste it. But yeah, if it's you sent a link, that makes sense. Yeah, no, I want to build a train, and that could be something maybe I do this year, which would be pretty cool. I know Kyle also wanted to build a car, and he started to do a car mock. Actually, I think he even pulled parts from the store. like last year sometime and put them in a bag, and he just needed to do one more BrickLink order or something because we didn't have all of it. But yeah, I could build a train. I don't know. It's pretty cool. I thought it was cool. I don't know if the design's actually well thought out, but I think the design of it looks pretty cool. I don't think I have anything. You know what? I can actually send it to. I can send it in the YouTube chat for anyone who is not currently in the Discord channel, which it was sent in.
But by the way, join our Discord. Yeah, that was my contribution to the stream.
Yeah. Good job, Paul.
Thank you.
So there's the link if you guys want to go watch that after the stream, of course. You can go watch the BrickLink office tour. And yeah, maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like it was 30 people or something like that. Soulflame, speaking of this set, says, I really like how they made the little palm tree in the set.
Yes, it's very nice. Very nice palm tree. That's all. Yeah, David keeps a vigilant watch.
David is a great head mod, keeping very close track of everyone's movements and discussions, and is not afraid to bring anything to our attention and take care of problems on his own if needed.
Yeah.
So be careful.
Yeah.
But
he has asked whether or not removing someone just because they're annoying would result in the loss of his mod chip, and I haven't made a decision yet. So.
Yeah. So.
Well, actually, I believe the stipulation was he has to check whether or not they buy from us.
Is that what it was? If they
Yeah.
placed an order, it's okay. Is
No,
that
no,
how,
if-
is that
if
how
they
we're
don't-
monitoring
if
this?
If they buy from us regularly, then he can't fan them.
Yeah. We're very
So
fair,
buy
really.
from just a brick in the bucket.
Yeah, buy from us, and you hopefully won't get banned from our Discord. Okay, let's add another file.
He says he would never.
Ha. Gasp.
What did I do wrong?
Oof. Brick Rehab says, well, if you removed annoying people, would David have to remove himself? Great question. Just Brick says, what's that link? Just came back in. That link is to Beyond the Bricks store tour, or tour of the BrickLink office / warehouse space, which was posted a couple years ago, I think when they were first doing the BrickLink designer program way at the beginning, something like that.
Long time ago.
But watch it after the stream. But it is a cool video. I've seen it. And it's so cool to see their fulfillment on the pieces they get from Lego, because they're all just in crates. Or it's on pallets, and then they're in boxes. And it's just bags of like 1x2 yellow bricks. It's really cool. You should watch it after.
One day we will get there.
Yeah. But I think that was kind of the beginning, at least to my knowledge, of BrickLink kind of partnering with Lego to do something. And maybe that's part of the reason Lego got interested in terms of purchasing BrickLink as a whole, but I'm not sure on that. Okay, let's add some more pieces.
I think we're probably getting moderately close to wrapping up once I finish this bag, probably. Funbrick Creation says, I'm glad we haven't had any spammers yet. Yes, we've been fortunate.
Well, there have been a few, not spammers, but quite a few things that like...
Not in, I think he means in Discord.
No, I think he meant here.
Oh, okay.
Carl says, I'm reorganizing my store. I'm agonizing over where to put the hundreds of dots 72024 cupcakes I have. Ah, yes. It's a good question. We have... we don't actually have hundreds. Actually, we haven't had a dots thing in a while, but we did do the map, which isn't a cupcake piece, but it's all the little 1x1 round tiles, and we have large drawers full of 1,000 1x1 like orange tiles and stuff.
Please buy them.
Turquoise. If you want them, take them. Yeah. They never go in quantity, but there's always a few in a few orders that I'd say each week. Probably there's a couple, but yeah. Dave says, I believe I'm on track for 1 million parts uploaded year goal. That's a crazy goal, but very cool. I don't remember what we uploaded last. 315,000 I think is what we uploaded last year.
Last year had a good couple months where we like basically did not come into the store.
Was that last year?
Yeah, I think so. 2021.
I think it was 2020. 2020 we had a few months from like August to October.
Right.
We really didn't do anything in 2020. I think last year we were relatively constant.
Right, we renovated in 2020.
Yeah, this was all 2020, summer of 2020. It's kind of crazy, actually, to think it's been over a
long
year.
time.
Yeah, it's been a while. It went by really fast, actually. Yeah, Fun Brick Creation says, I meant like the people who kept spamming chat a month or two ago. Yeah. David, that's crazy if we're actually going to upload 1 million parts. That's very cool, though. I don't know what our goal is. I think I again said it'd be great to 1.5 all the numbers that we had on our last thing, which I guess would put us at 450,000 pieces that get uploaded this year. 450,000. What is that per month?
I mean, we could probably do.
So we're talking a little under 40,000 pieces uploaded per month. Yeah, that's a hard one, I think, but maybe not impossible, actually. I think recently we've been doing very
Depends
well.
on who wins the consolidation argument, I think.
That could have a factor, yeah.
I was very reluctant.
Yeah, that's true. Funbrick says, once I'm stream's over, my next activity is finish building the mini castle. You're not building it while we're streaming? Soulflame says that Spammer was weird. Not sure what they wanted to achieve. I don't know either.
I don't know. I don't understand what the point of targeting such a small stream is.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. Hey, is it worth starting a store that would be less than 5,000 pieces? I only have a limited amount of free time, but I like the idea as a hobby. I would say, yeah, if you're looking at it to make money, no, it's not going to be worth your time whatsoever. For 5,000 pieces, you're probably talking, I don't know, maybe 250, 300, 400, 500 lots. But no, I would say probably not. But if you're only looking to do it as a hobby,
then
you're not really looking to make money, yeah, I wouldn't say it really matters what your goal is then. If you're going to enjoy it and have fun, then yeah, I'd say it's worth it if it's something you would enjoy. Yeah, so that's totally your call as to whether or not you're really looking to make money, or if you're just looking for the fun concept of sorting out pieces and putting them in drawers or whatever on the wall and pulling it off the wall and packing it in order and making customers happy. So if you want that, go for it, absolutely. If you're looking to make money, but your maximum is, you're going to say around 5,000 parts total, I'd say no. Has anyone seen the bricks and pieces system Lego has updated? Might hurt BrickLink sellers. Calvin, we just talked about this a minute ago. I've seen their concept of it. Is it done yet? Is it like actually implemented yet? I wasn't sure if it was, but I don't really foresee it hurting BrickLink sellers a ton. It might a little bit for those who are in a new market, but it costs a lot more. Lego sells their pieces more than most sellers on BrickLink, and it's all new pieces, which obviously there's a decent portion of people on BrickLink who only buy new. But I would say in an overwhelming majority, it probably will not hurt BrickLink. It might for a few sellers who maybe price their pieces super high and only have new pieces. Then certain people might find it easier to go to Lego and just buy those pieces because there's no longer a crazy fulfillment time to get it from Europe to the US or something.
I think Lego is only going to be selling pieces that are actually like in production or were recently in production. So even for new pieces that are no longer being minted, you might have to go on BrickLink.
Yeah. Calvin says enter any kit number, and in bricks and pieces and all the parts are available. I don't think that's accurate. I wasn't thinking there was every single piece. I'm pretty sure they give you a list of all the pieces, but only certain ones of them are in stock. Maybe I'm wrong in that?
Yes, my understanding from reading it was that it is only pieces that are currently being produced or were recently produced.
Right. Right. Yeah. So Calvin says you can enter a set and get all the pieces. Yeah. So yeah, in theory, I think that's a. It could hurt a little bit, but I don't think it's going to be much cheaper, or I don't think it will be cheaper than going to BrickLink. I don't think that's going to be a huge thing. Plus, there's a lot of people who have a custom-built wanted list on BrickLink for multiple things they're working on. Up until now, at least, you can't upload a wanted list to Bricks and Pieces in the similar format BrickLink is, so I don't think that'll be a problem either. But yes, of course, I think that could be an issue. Doug also says the US-based location for Bricks and Pieces will only be the most common 1,600 pieces from what they said. Brick Rehab, same thing, only high-volume pieces will be kept in the US. Ben T also says there's quantity limits as well on Lego. And Brick Outside the Box says not all pieces cost more in Lego. That's interesting to hear that. Oh, actually, that is true. That's why some people are able to go buy things on Lego right now, Bricks and Pieces, and get it and then sell it in a BrickLink store. Soulflame says, I ran a store as a hobby, started with plus or minus 4,000 bricks, and climbed to about 120,000 pieces. You can't live from it, but you can have your store pay for your hobby very easily. And then Just Bricks asks, so pretty much what they already have. I think kind of, yes. But the biggest thing is they're moving, instead of only having warehousing in, I don't know if it's Billund, Germany or where it is, but only having it, or it's not Billund, Germany. Is it Denmark?
Denmark. Lego is a Denmark company. Right. I don't know where the
I thought it was Germany, but
location for the warehouses though.
It's Billund. Is that in Germany or Denmark? I don't know. Anyway,
I don't know. We're
I'm
from
pretty
the US.
sure it was only located over there. So now the big thing is they have it in the U.S. so that you're not waiting 6 to 8 weeks to get your parts. So I'm not sure. Soulflame says yes, Billund. Okay. Is that in Germany or Denmark? I think it's Denmark. I don't know, actually. Billund, Germany. Billund, Denmark. I don't know. Billund is in Denmark. Thank you. Yeah, Brick Outside the Box, it takes much longer to get the parts from Lego. That is until they implement their whole U.S. warehousing, in which case I think it'll take less time, or will take less time. Yeah, I personally don't think it's going to be a massive issue, but I'm sure it'll take a small role on a few sellers who sell certain things. But I'm not sure.
Doug says most of the parts were coming from the Czech Republic. Oh, I think you just read that. Interesting. David says 283,000 parts now. You are just crazy in the amount you can add. See, Evan, if
David says up 40,000 in a week. Is that up 40,000 including what you've sold, or you've added 40,000 excluding what you've sold?
What blows me away is the fact that you are also doing retail hours at the same time as you are doing all of this.
And picking.
Yeah, and picking.
He's doing everything.
How do you schedule? Do you like have a set schedule, or do you simply take care of tasks when time presents itself? Like, do you have a dedicated time in which you are in the back picking orders versus a time you are, out front doing stuff? Like after close, you pick orders or something like that. David says he sold 7,657 items. So I guess I uploaded 48,000. Still very impressive. That is more impressive, obviously.
Yeah, so up 40. That is pretty. That's pretty cool.
Okay, what did I do?
David says orders get picked every morning or night.
Okay, interesting. So then you're just basically in the store. Then upload 2 to 3 bags of fig part. Oh, okay. Orders get picked every morning or night. Then priority is upload cataloged files. Then upload 2 to 3 bags of fig parts. Then sorted stuff that hasn't been uploaded. Interesting. Do you get to all of those things in every day, or is that just a ranking of priority? Calvin, I'm not exactly sure what you mean by that. He says, I got all the coins. I'm going to try and call in my next order and see if they'll add 5 to one order. That must be having to do with a different discussion. When you're in the store 55 hours a week, uploading isn't a task, it's the stasis. Ranking of priority, usually all get done, though. Yeah, that is very impressive. 55 hours is very good. Do you think you're going to be able to keep that up indefinitely, or is your goal to get to a certain spot and then, like a spot you've already decided, and then go down to 40? JB says, oh, Dunder Mifflin, welcome. And then JB says, I had a close call this morning, dropped off 16 orders at the post office, got back to the brick kiln, and realized I sent the wrong base plate for one order.
Oof.
Ouch. Calvin says, online only allows me to add on VIP code. There are 5 coins. Evan, do you know what that means?
I do not. Well, Just Brick says something about the coins up here. Said, did anyone get all the Lego coins from VIP? I think it was one of the things you're able to add to an order with VIP by using VIP points. But I could be incorrect on that. Oh wow, Just Brick says I was able to get the order back and swap the plate though. That's impressive. I don't know that once we send or drop it off at the post office, we'd be able to easily
get it back.
I guess if you just drop it off and they haven't put it in the
but they'd
thing
still
yet.
be very cranky.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
I think our post office people are quite aggressive human beings. So
I'm sure they get so many dumb questions each day.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
No, I don't blame them for it. It's just yeah, I have clogged the like machine drop down thingy so many times.
It's not even a machine. It's just like a
yeah,
slot.
it's
You put
just
it
a
in.
slot. But like it clogs when it like shouldn't. The package easily fits, and yet for some reason it just locks up anyway. And they always give me like the worst look, which I guess I understand. They're probably just like, you know, another stupid person came in, and same guy came in and
Yeah, same guy. That's the problem.
yeah. At least I let them know rather than just like leaving. They should be thankful.
Do you mean clog or it just locks closed?
It locks closed.
Oh yeah, that's a common thing. I think they have like a switch or something in the back that they can say, okay, lock it when someone does that motion, and then it stays locked so that if they're switching out the bin where it falls into or something,
I always
they
thought
can
it was
do that.
because I jammed it.
No, I don't think so. No, because that happens to me too. And the worst thing is when there's someone right in front of you, they put it in, they close it, and it does that, and it locks. Unless there's a way from the outside to open it that I'm not sure. But no, I am pretty sure that that's a feature they have so that people aren't pouring packages in when they have to put a different bin or whatever behind
Okay,
it.
interesting.
Or tub or whatever. Yeah, I think. Could be wrong on that, but yeah. Addendum. Star Wars figs trade-ins are priority number 1.
Long time no see.
Yeah, Butt Chop, where are you? You're here, but you're not here. Welcome.
They can't see that. I wasn't going to say anything.
Oh, they can't see that? Oh,
No.
Well, welcome. If you were hiding, I apologize. Dunder Mifflin says, last weekend I was able to get bigger than Ralph. then I had a crazy week of sales and dropped down by 100 lots. I still have him by 10,000 parts, though. And I'm almost ready to upload another 10,000. Very nice. Breck Outside the Box says, our post office has a drop-off spot for prepaid packages. They scan them and mix them into the tubs as time permits. Yeah, so we have 2 things. We have there's like a little box type thing that allows you to like a I don't know, like I will do the motion, I guess. If this is like the box on the wall, you can pull it open and there's a big slot and you can like pour all the packages in. And then you put it up and it falls back into their big tub thing they have in the back where they can wheel around and scan stuff. Or if we fill up one of their post office tubs that's like theirs that we can borrow and put packages in, we can just bring it to the
drop-off location?
Yeah, I guess we bring it to, like, there's a little counter, and you put it in front of the guy, and then he will scan each thing and throw it in one of the tubs. But it's the same as putting it in, like, that little wall thing where it falls back into a tub, and then they just scan it in the back instead of the guy.
Yeah, David. Yeah, David. Why aren't you removing the bot? Also, welcome, Butt Shop. It has been like I feel like it's been like forever since.
I think it has. Yeah.
We've seen you here. Yeah, David. This was your predecessor, long time ago. Welcome. Please play nice.
Just Brick says, I put a bunch of packages in the indoor slot one day and came in next time to see a sign saying that slot was only for letters. Oh, yeah, no. So we have a letter thing. Oh, David, you were on Top Chat. Rookie mistake.
Yeah. Oh, you got to take the modding class.
Yeah.
You missed so many interesting comments.
Yeah. No, Just Brick. So yeah, we have two slots. We have the little mail slot, which is letters. And then where there's a big sign that clearly says letters only, please, or something like that. And then there's the other one which says packages only, please. And yeah, we have two separate ones. I have not put them in the letter slot. I would be afraid with what would happen. The guy from back there would
there's
come
one of those
and,
guys in there.
And,
he's been there for forever. Very terrifying looking guy.
Mm-hmm. He's actually very nice.
No, I totally believe he is. But
yeah.
He's the one that always gives me the dirty look.
He totally does. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Yes. But,
like how you know who I'm talking about too.
Totally. And he does look scary, but he's actually nice. Although there are some days where he is a little frightening and he isn't the nicest.
No.
And you know he's been having a bad day then. No, Just Brick says, yeah, we have just one.
I think one of these days we should buy some like some cookies for the
yeah, we really should actually. We should bring them in like.
Then we'll find out whether or not like they actually recognize us or not.
Mm-hmm. I think he does recognize us.
Yeah.
Because we do go in every single day, or one of us goes in every day.
Yeah.
So I think they recognize us. It's just a matter of, I don't know. They don't know what we do. We haven't really had conversations, but.
No.
But I've definitely asked for the tub before, and if we get something in our P.O. box. We get that little paper that says, hey, you got to go.
I'll be empathizing. Yeah, I'm sorry. We're very bad capitalists.
Chocolate to the post office does wonders. Yeah, Ben, that's we probably should have done it for the holidays, actually. That would have made the most sense, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, when we eventually get to a point where they're coming to pick stuff up, then it's the same guy every time, then we'll...
Yeah. Dunder Mifflin says, I drop off in a small town post office where I work. One day I put a bunch of packages in the wall hatch, turned to leave, and somebody opened the door to the back aggressively and told me to take the packages to the counter if they are open. Interesting. Because the guy, when I go in, has actually pointed me to the wall slot.
Yeah.
Multiple times. Or he kind of looks and like, makes a confirmation that I'm there and that he realizes that all my packages are already prepaid and that I'm doing the right thing. Not to me, but more like you can look at him seeing me and like, okay, and I go to the wall and he consciously says, okay, yes, that's correct. That's the right way to do it.
They recognize you, think you're drug dealers.
Maybe. Buttshop says, I've been helping Pop's Block Shop with his booming business. Yes, he's doing phenomenal. Doing Lego conventions, very, very cool. That's something I would love to do. We've talked about it a little bit, but we haven't quite been there yet.
Who's going to get to it?
Yeah, let's see. And building mocks and trying to survive. Building mocks, very nice. Something else I don't really do.
Come on,
but
guys.
Pops is very cool. It takes a second. Okay, we got butt chopping.
David, you lost.
David,
we got to start keeping marks now.
Yeah, we'll keep track. Matt says, do you add pieces to your inventory from the Pick-a-Brick wall? Feels like sellers on BrickLink add a lot of parts from the Pick-a-Brick. Easy and fast to add parts that way. We have in the past, but the biggest thing I'd say with the Pick-a-Brick is because, to an extent, not perfectly, but to an extent around the U.S. or around locations, the pick-a-brick walls are similar from one location to another. Not exactly the same, but similar parts are usually on a lot of walls, depending on, because they're popular and stuff. So we don't anymore because, yeah, a lot of BrickLink sellers have it. They put it on the wall then, and then that drawer might sit for so long because a lot of people who are buying Lego kind of have a concept that if it's on the pick-a-brick wall, it's going to be a better price than it is to go buy from BrickLink. So those parts don't go quickly whatsoever. I would say overall they sit for a while. They do sell, but the value of it long-term because it sits is a lot less than I think people think it is with the pick-a-brick. People do it though, and we have done it, but it's not something we do often. But yes, easy and fast to add parts that way. Yeah, we could add 30,000 pieces in a day. Oh, probably way more than that actually. If we just did pick-a-brick, not just, but like if we only, that would kind of be fun. See how many pieces we could add in a day with pick-a-brick only. That would cost a lot and it wouldn't be worth it. But anyway, you see what I'm kind of saying. Just Brick says pick-a-brick is good value but slow moving. Funbrick Creation says I do have a pick-a-brick cup to part out and add to my store. I only get them every so often, not frequently. Buttchop is a professional, been doing it since 2014. JB says I like pick-a-brick, but it isn't high turnover at all. Exactly, and if it sits, to an extent, Lego quote-unquote doesn't expire as a food product would or something, but the longer it sits, the more retail space it's taking up. And if you calculate, you could calculate your revenue per square foot. Now, we're operating in a different type of square footage thing. We're talking in like drawer footage or drawer measurements. But yeah, the longer it sits in a drawer without selling, the more real estate it's taking up that a different piece could theoretically be in. And all the drawers cost more and stuff. So it just depends. Some pieces will still move from a pick-a-brick wall, but you'd have to do a lot of your research and stuff ahead of time. Soulflame says, yeah, with my pick-a-brick, you have to wait 1 or 2 years before the parts start to sell at a normal pace. Yeah, that's probably once that piece has been removed from pick-a-brick walls. I don't know that, but I assume. Just Brick says, usually get a pick-a-brick when there's an indoor promo, and I want to get to the next level. Soulflame says, it can be high turnover if you pick the right pieces. All depends what you want to put in your cups. All right, we're getting close to wrapping it up here. I think. Paul, if you want to show off your thing.
All right.
Actually, I'll mention the last little comment here from Dunder, who says, you could probably use pick-a-brick as some sort of investment. Buy a cup and wait for the parts to retire in that color. You would then have to be careful, though, because most of them are super common parts. Yeah, that's a crapshoot, I think, is in terms of whether or not you're going to get pieces that are going to retire in that color. And then if they do retire in that color, if they're going to even be in demand in 2 years or something. So that's definitely a questionable thing. But yeah, in theory, you could buy a ton of pick-a-bricks, put them in the wall, put them on a shelf for 2 years. The question is, does that shelf real estate cost more or less than putting them in a drawer and having them for sale and available? So I don't know. I think with pick-a-brick, if you buy it, you might as well add it pretty quickly, or it probably ends up just costing you storage money. Because even if it's sitting but it's for sale, that's probably, in my opinion, better than sitting not for sale. But it all depends on a lot of factors. Soulflame says, I use pick-a-brick mainly for mocks. That's what most people, I think, use it for. And that's why it is cheaper to go to the pick-a-brick wall than it is than it is to go to BrickLink. And Buttchop says exactly, yeah, it's a lot cheaper to fill up a cup for $16, or I think that's what it is now, instead of going to a BrickLink store and buying 500 2x2 dark red tiles for 32 cents a piece. And now you're spending, I can't do that math, but a lot of money. Oh, way more than 16 bucks, 17 with tax, 18, whatever it is. Just Brick says, crazy thing is I parted out a set, built on my birthday last year. One part was already cracked, hasn't even been displayed. Sorry to hear that. All right, Paul's going to show off his set, and then we're going to call it a day.
All right, here. So it's not done yet, but this was bag 4, so some kind of ladybug thing, and it goes up and falls. But yeah, it was just this little section, and then I also, of course, earlier on the stream, built the rotatey thing, spin thing. So yeah, words come very words don't come well at the end of the stream. But yes, Green Hill Zone, not complete yet, but probably next stream. We've got 3 bags left. Sorry, well, 2 numbers left. 6 and 5, 3 bags. But so far, I'm pretty happy with it. It's definitely going to look, good on the shelf, which is, of course, what I bought it for. So, yeah, I'm definitely very happy with it, and I do like the fact that they went with stickers here. I've said that, but I think the stickers are actually going to look better than trying to like get the little like 1x1 plates to line up. Right, that's going to be, they already don't look super good, but with the stickers, I feel like, from a good viewing distance, it'll look fine. And Buttshop wants to know how many shields came in this set. I guess, actually, I can just check the back of the instruction book. 5. So, yeah, 5. But, yeah, it'll be super cool when it's done. And make sure to tune in when we do it. Anything else you want to say, Evan, before I do the outro?
No, I think that's it. Buttshop says stickers look legit. Yeah, that was a reason someone earlier said they didn't want this set because of the stickers. I don't think it looks bad at all, actually. I could see it.
Hogwarts taught me how to apply stickers. There were so many stickers in that set. Yeah. Hello, Fidel. Goodbye, Fidel. We're about to leave.
We're almost done. Welcome, though. Yeah, Funbrick says, I think I would find lots of 1x1 plates to put on rather than emptying or attempting stickers. I don't know if you would find it good or bad, but yeah. Yes. Yeah, I think the stickers look better than I expected, actually. Plus, it wouldn't be super structurally sound if they were all 1x1 plates. And I'm just going to keep this going because I see it's upsetting you.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you enjoyed this stream, make sure to hit the like and subscribe button down below. Once it's done, you can also leave a comment. And, of course, if you're interested in seeing some more like behind-the-scenes material or just general life stuff, you can go check out our Patreon. We are trying to upload there more. So, yeah, if you want to interact with lots of people in the community, you can of course join our Discord community. Evan and I are in there occasionally, and so are a bunch of other people that have tons of wonderful questions and answers. So yeah, check it out. All those links are below, and I will see you next week.